was debating about what else to talk about for tonight. Since most of the time the videos that I'm going to be posting are probably going to happen in the evening. I guess mainly Monday through Thursday I'll be getting up really early to get to work at 8:30. I'll probably have Sundays off at least. So Sundays I'll probably have more videos posted. You know, to the 195 of you that are subscribed, thank you. You know, I did not expect in about a week's time, that the subscriber count would grow from 50 to almost 200. I'm sitting here trying to find motivation to at least continue the Stephen Hawking sketch. I mean, I did a little, like a tiny bit more. So, I mean, we have part of the face now. I almost want to leave just the other half of the face kind of incomplete. Kind of let you, the viewer, piece it together as to how it looks overall. You know, there was something about me leaving my old drawings incomplete that I kind of liked, because I just left the mistakes as is. I didn't bother completing the drawing, even though I knew there was a mistake. But now, I actually kind of like just completing the drawings, so people can look for the mistakes. I mean, I immediately see them, but I'm sure some people might take joy in looking and prodding at the drawing just to see where the mistake is. So maybe that's something that I can incorporate in my drawings and embrace. Talk about something that actually made me happy today and actually made me smile a little bit on the inside. I actually had a student teach someone else today. I had left the classroom to talk to the front desk to get some advice on how to engage the students more. And I come back and one of the students is actually teaching one of the other students how to solve a problem. And some of you might say, oh, they're kind of taking your position, they're taking your job at that point in time. Well, no. That is kind of my job, to put them in that position at some point so they can help others and pass along some of their knowledge. So that made me happy. They solved the problem and they helped someone else understand it. So they saved me some time. And it also made me happy. It's little things like that that do actually make me happy, because it tells me that I'm doing something right, or that the spark is alive, you know, the spark of curiosity, the spark of learning something new. Because I think what we're doing is we're forcing people to learn. People have to want to learn. Like me, I wanted to learn math. I taught it myself. The teachers were just there to give me the homework. That was it. I wanted to learn about physics. I had to teach myself that. The professors were just there to guide me a little bit and give me the homework problems. That was it. I mean, that's what college is. And, you know, my style of teaching or tutoring is just to leave you to read, leave you to find your own curiosity, to find the motivation to read about something. But it would be nice to try and write some lesson plans, try to write a way to make the material engaging, because we find it interesting when it applies to our lives. And I mentioned that before in a previous video. But anyway, that was something that made me happy. Something that was also just kind of popped in my head was a conversation that I had with someone, you know, maybe about a month ago. Excuse me. This was a friend that I had a falling out with, so, you know, they had apparently seen some of my content, you know, idolizing my decisions to end things at the time. And he basically called to try to convince me not to, or, you know, say that it's selfish. Like, that's not your choice. I don't think, and this is a controversial opinion, I don't think that, that someone taking their own life is selfish. That's the price you bear of bringing a life into the world. They have the decision to either stay in it or to leave it. You don't have that decision. You gave that up when you created a life. So it might suck, it might really hurt to hear that, but it's not selfish, because you have the power to decide if you want to stay in this world or if you don't. No one can really tell you or convince you otherwise. You have to convince yourself. And that's what people try to do when they try and talk you out of it. But then there are some people who say it's selfish, that you're leaving people behind. Well, I mean, realistically speaking, they should have known what they got themselves into anyway. That might suck to hear as well. You know, if you're a parent and you bring a life into this world and it ultimately does not want to be there anymore, then this world is not right for them. And it sucks to hear that. So I don't think it's selfish. And, you know, a lot of people are left behind. So what makes this any different? You know? I mean, you could say that, you know, you disown someone. Well, you know, sorry, I'm not having a clear train of thought, so ignore that part. But ultimately, I don't feel like it's selfish. I'm not saying that to convince anyone. I'm just saying that to give the opinion. And yeah, no, like, you have friends and family members that care about you, but ultimately, it is how you feel about you and your place in this world. And, you know, me, I don't know where my place is just yet. I know what I would like to do, but I don't even know if that's going to be my place. Because sadly, the world dictates otherwise. And that's an awful truth that I've come to learn. You know, yeah, maybe I want to be an educator, but, you know, teachers are enduring a lot right now. They're getting paid shit for what they have to deal with. The stress is killing them. They're leaving in droves. The world is telling them not to pursue that. Or at least our country is. Why do you think private schools are starting to pop up? To privatize education. They're also luring those teachers with slightly higher salaries, or even significantly higher salaries. Basically to gatekeep education. Although I would argue that that's not really the case, because education is what you make it. You don't have to pay for it. You just have to go find it. So, and me, I knew that going into college, but, you know, I just decided, hey, I'll play the game, because apparently employers want a piece of paper that says you're intelligent, so there you go. I have 2 of them. I don't know where they are, though. I probably might have to reorder them from the university. You know, unless my ex has them, then, you know, hey, I guess memento. Anyway, thought I would talk about that part. A little bit morbid towards the end, but, you know, that was something that popped in my head. But yeah, today's mood swing was bad. I thought I was getting better. I thought the meds were probably starting to work. You know, then all of a sudden, I can't whistle right now. My mouth is dry, but yet for some reason I've drank about 150 plus fluid ounces today. Actually, probably like 160. And that's on the low end. So, but, you know, I am taking creatine. Well, here and there whenever I remember to. And I am taking, you know, Abilify and Wellbutrin, so I do have to drink plenty of fluids with that. So anyway, I figured that would be it for this talk. It might be the last video for the night. I do need to get some sleep. I have not been sleeping a lot, and I'm pretty sure that's having an effect on my body. Even though my energy levels are normal, I know that I am basically slowly destroying my body by not getting enough sleep, and also by eating bad food. I mean, breakfast was okay today. It was Ezekiel cereal, you know, whole grain cereal. That's also high in fiber and protein. with some 2% Fairlife milk. That was breakfast. And then lunch was basically a smoothie, protein smoothie. And then a snack was a veggie and fruit smoothie with a little bit of vegan protein. So, anyway, that's it. And I'll talk to you guys later. And again, you know, for those of you who have subscribed, thank you. You know, that means a lot to me. Anyway.